My name is Victor Green. I'm in the financial services industry. I started in September 1978. It was about the time that God was a boy, many years ago, and that was in the UK. And I did 15 years in the UK in financial services, and now I've been 22 years in Canada in financial services. Not only did I relocate here from another area, in 1994 I relocated from another country.
Oh.
and had to take a bit of it, although we got to share the same common language, had to take on a bit of a cultural difference with the meanings of certain things, and had to become licensed in financial services, not only with an interim license but also with an advanced license. When I first came over, I worked in the UK for Laurentian Financial Advisors, which was part of the Desjardins Group. And in fact then, after a few months, I went back into management because the Canadian side of the company knew my track record at agency growth in the UK, and they offered me two branches. They offered me London or Windsor, and I had no idea where either of those two locations were. Because I was in St Catherine's at the time.
Okay.
And so the managing director showed me on a map, and I picked Windsor. Because I was in the industry in the UK before I came here, and so this is my industry. Financial services in general and selling in particular is something which I've always aspired to. So sales and sales management and developing other people in sales is something which I'm particularly good at and I enjoy doing. I'm going to talk about when I first came here in '94 because I didn't know anyone, and I believe that if you get your prospecting right, you should be able to take a good salesperson and parachute them into a completely alien foreign environment, and then they should be able to get in there and do some of this and start meeting and talking to people and being a compulsive joiner and getting involved in the community and prospecting and start making appointments and start creating centres of influence and doing all the right things so that you can build a business. If you're in business for yourself, it's the freedom of being able to come and go as you please. And we've all seen the sign on the lottery sign where it says Lotterio, and the tagline is "Imagine the freedom." And I think that is that can be a blessing, and that can also be a curse. Because if it's a nice sunny day in June and you want to take the day off, then you can. Of course, you don't have to ask anybody's permission. But you know, there's a huge problem with that. And the problem with that is that ever since we were at school or babies, we've had somebody in our lives telling us what time we've got to get up, what time is recess, what time we've got to punch a card when we go to work. And then once we become salespeople or we're running our own business, nobody is responsible for our time management anymore other than ourselves. The two most successful things that I've ever done is being able to develop a method of asking for and obtaining good quality referred leads and being able to answer the objections that come when you ask for them, like, oh, I can't think of anybody right now, or give me some of your business cards and I'll hand them round at work. So referred leads is a shortcut, and it's a marketing strategy which is so important in the modern world. And the other thing that I've done is making sure that each and every customer, client or contact of mine gets a birthday and a Christmas card each year. You would not even believe the amount of revenue that's generated for me for such a small outlay. Creative imagination is something that I do all the time, and I take it for granted, but I am aware that not everybody could do it, and that involves just like thinking about what happens next and really just kind of being in a meditative state and walking yourself mentally through a meeting before the meeting happens, and thinking about the type of questions or objections that might come up during that meeting, or like, what do we do next? We're starting this business up. There's a critical path analysis. Here's where I am now, and here's where I want to be. What steps are there along the way that I've got to have in place before I can move on to the next part? So I would say my advice is creative imagination in terms of the path to get to where you want to go. I love developing other people. That's what I get a kick out. There was a time where I would make a sale and I would go, yes, I love it. I love making a sale. And I don't get excited when I make a sale anymore. Not because I'm blasé about it, but I get bigger kick out of one of my salespeople coming up to me saying, Vic, come outside, come and have a look at my new BMW. You want to come and see my new car, right? And then what gives me a kick now is seeing them grow